AM 970 WSTX.
Lots of things going on in the news. See a lot of interesting discussion, and we see a lot of discussion with regards to GERS. All right, GERS. And it seems like some folks have finally come into the understanding that GERS is so finely interwoven into our economic system here that it is like too big to fail. Because if it fails, the government fails. All right? Now, how did it get that way? That's a long story. You could watch the hearing and you could hear what all they have to say. But the bottom line is that it was a good thing, and some people decide to use it the wrong way and hurt the system, and now the system needed to make it right. Okay. By the way, just a side note, okay? Just a side note. There's more to GERS than money. There's also the internal administrative workings of GERS that needs to get straightened out, okay? Because when your plumber come and do some work at your house, he gonna give you a bill right away. He's not gonna come back 15 months later and give you a bill and say, hey, remember when? I need you to pay me now? No, he be long gone out of business. So it took GRS 15 months to send out a letter to agencies saying, hey, you know, this particular government employee still has some money owed because of your failure to make a contribution. Please take care of your employee. 15 months. That don't make any sense. But that's an internal problem. So we know it's not just about shoving money at GERS. There needs to be some internal reform in how they're going on. By the way, after that 15 months, when they did send out the letters, one of those letters went to the legislature and it sit there for 2.5 months, okay? So that employee didn't have no mouth to feed, they didn't have no car note to pay, no mortgage to pay. As far as the Senate is concerned, they could just sit there for 2.5 months, even though that employee did everything they were supposed to do, and GERS didn't need them to pay anything because they had done everything they were supposed to do. And I don't understand why our legislature unnecessarily burns bridges like that with their own constituents. Well, you know, this constituent just happened to be me. I'm not here to grind an axe or to otherwise whine about anything. Save the whining for the dance floor. All right. No. I'm just pointing out an issue because I have faith in my people that we're going to rise to the occasion and make it right. That we're going to make sure that we don't have employees out there who leave government service in good faith thinking that they're going to be able to retire and then all of a sudden find that they're being foreclosed on, that their car being repossessed, that they're losing their insurance. No. We don't want that kind of action. We have to get back to the thing of taking care of our own. We got to get back to this village thing where we take care of our people. Good morning. You're on the air.
Good morning, Mr. Canton.
Good morning, sir. How you doing?
Oh, not too bad. Thank God for one more day.
One more day, life and everything else. And we have a day.
I'd like to throw in a little 5 cents before you get deeply into your subject.
No, I ain't going too deep. I actually swimming back up to the top now to try and come up on the shore, but go ahead.
Okay, since you're swimming, we're going to talk something on that line. I have a question for you. What is the lowest you have known fry fish and boiled fish to cost?
The lowest to cost?
It's fry fish then. The lowest that you have known fry fish to cost.
Okay, well, I kind of, you got me there because as a child, somebody was buying it for me if they weren't making it for me. But so you kind of got me there. But I gonna throw out a guess and say $2.
Okay. And wild fish would be close to that too, right?
I would think so.
Yeah. And how about conch?
Oh no, well, conch used to be knocking dog once upon a time.
Yeah, and I used to hear them bawling too.
All right, yeah, we have to be.
And what about lobster?
No, well, lobster was lobster was also plentiful once upon a time. I hear the stories all the time about folks walking in the water, certain places of St. Croix, and just picking them out the water. They were so plentiful, you know. So think it's lobster is a premium now because it's so scarce, just like conch. But back in them days, lobster was there making the dog them ball too. Okay.
Yeah. Sticking them up.
Yeah.
Now, I spoke with a good friend of mine who is a seasoned fisherman from a very early age. And I asked him the same question about fry fish. And he says he know when fry fish was about 7 or 8 cents a pound.
What?
Yes. And now it's about $4 or $5.
Yes.
The boiled fish, he says he know when it was about 10 cents a pound.
Well, I know. I remember when I used to go as a child getting in mischief, and we go down to the gas station and buy some gasoline. I remember for a couple of pennies, 10 cents, how much gasoline we used to get. So clearly, times have changed.
Yeah, we used to pay about 25 cents. Anyhow, and about conch, he says he know when conch was about 2 for 5 cents.
What?
Lobsters. People never used to buy lobster. They just take and mash them up in the trap as bait.
Whoa.
So that's to tell you how the time has changed.
Big time.
Fish is $4 or $5 now. So I was interested in that, and I just passed this little thing because since you were diving, you know, ain't got much more conch to dive now.
Yeah, but you know what? Everything you said tie into GRS, you know. Everything you say tie into GRS, because once upon a time it seemed like money knocking dog, and the legislature would jump in and appropriate money from GRS to do this, like doing a special retirement here and a special retirement, all of these things, because it had so much money and all the eyes saw were dollar signs. One of the things that I have learned about our government is we don't fix nothing, we don't take care of nothing. We always looking to buy something new and walking away from the thing that we have. And now here we are, the thing that we have is the thing that gonna make or break us, and they're afraid. All of them frightened, you know, because they don't know how to do it. They're afraid that because whatever they do, somebody ain't gonna like it. And they're so afraid about where they're gonna get a vote or where they ain't gonna get a vote, that they can't just, you know, wrap up the cojones or whatever and say I gonna be man or woman and do the right thing by the Virgin Islands. They're afraid. Okay, and I ain't gonna stay on that soapbox too long, because I'd pray for them, because they are in a predicament.
But you know,
and I want them to succeed.
We as a people, we have to forget about this Democrat Republican.
Oh, that out the window long time.
ICM. We got to see something else instead of the M.
You know,
we have ICM. No. We got to see something else, man. We want no more M.
Hey, when
we always have to work together.
When the boat have a hole in it, water coming in and the boat going down. It don't matter whether you say you first class, second class, third class, Democrat, Republican. If the boat going down, the boat going down.
And if they don't have a calabash to bail it out fast enough, it will sink. All
right. So if it don't matter who you are, the calabash tree they're in, we're going to get one, clean it out, and start bailing quick.
Well, I don't hold up no more time, but just to get in my little morning thing, you know, and I'll be listening, and you have a blessed day.
Yes,
okay?
But I am so glad you called, because what you're saying is so relevant, because in times of plenty, we have a tendency sometimes to take for granted what all we have, and I going to steal a phrase from somebody: take care is better than don't care.
That's That's right.
All right.
And whoever would ever think that Hess would close?
Oh, well, that's another situation there, you know. And the thing of it is that, you know, you have to have exposure to understand the real world. In the real world of business, those of us who know business knew it was possible. But we still have a culture of people who just say, oh man, they can't close. Just like they say, oh man, the government got money. They're just saying that. The reality is, if you don't have, you don't have. And just because you're going to be in denial or delusion that you have, ain't going to make it so. All right?
When you do realize what's happening, it's kind of late.
Amen.
Okay, you have a good day, okay?
All right. Thank you much. Thanks for calling.
All right.
All right. The time is always right to do right. So, late as it may be, with regards to GERS in particular, since that's the subject I started off on, the time is always right to do right. Okay? We got a lot of things going on in our community here. We see that we've got the Caribbean Drag Racing Association, the new Caribbean Drag Racing Association. If you're on Facebook, check them out. They're there. But they've got activities going on coming up this September 5th. They got a Labor Day test and tune and bracket racing. $5 to get in, $20 if you're going to test, and $25 if you're going to bracket race. But that's the least of our concerns. The most important thing is that drag racing is back. For all of us fans, for all of us who want to go out there and take our kids with us, because they have the bouncies out there and everything for everybody to have fun. So the children, when they hear the car and start out, they run out the bouncy, go watch the cars run down, and after the cars run down, they gone back in the bouncy like, hey, nothing happened, right? They just having fun. But you, the car enthusiast, and otherwise a social person catching up with your partner that you ain't seen in ages, the girl that come down the road with her bike and blow you away on the track, and you know, you're holding your head down and saying, I'm going to get you next time. Okay, all right. Drag racing is back. Okay, so every grudge will be resolved. Everybody gonna get a payback, and somebody gonna win. But we gonna have some fun, okay? And it's positive developments because our young mechanics, old mechanics, in between mechanics, car tuners, people selling tires, car parts, everything. We talking economic activity, folks. Get out there, get involved. Be a part of the solution, whether it is horse racing, car racing. They had a bike coursing race the other day up there by the hill. I believe they had it. If they didn't, they need to reschedule it because I got old thing in my yard. I could just oil it up a little bit. I think I could win something. Okay, my bike's still good. All right. Anyhow, even if I have to ride it on one wheel, my bike's still good. No problem. Okay. All right, so you could see that I definitely woke up this morning with lots of life and energy, feeling good and ready for a fantastic day. All right, so you got some of that energy, want to share it with me? 773-0390, 773-0490. And remember, for your friends in the States and around the place that you think need to check this out, tell them WSTXradio.com. Check the streaming, and of course, if you have the TuneIn app, you could catch us that way also. The bottom line is the Virgin Islands is global. Straight out of St. Croix this morning, we global. All right. So, friends out there in the Caribbean, especially our friends down there in Dominica, we reach out to you. We have our prayers, and of course you have all of our efforts that are going into helping with supplies to help in the recovery. Prayers and words are good, but the deeds that come with them, in this case the supplies, is what we're really focusing on, because we know that you're very much in need. Okay, and in that context, I want to say that those people who are collecting supplies to send to Dominica, feel free, give us a call, 773-0390, 773-0490, and remind the public of the locations and so forth and so on, especially if they're going to be making check and cash contributions, the information of where to do it and what trust funds are going to be handling those things, so people can know where to go and feel free to donate to this worthy cause. All right? When you look at Dominica, just remember, there but for the grace of God go every one of us in the Caribbean. Okay? So let's take care of our own here in our Caribbean village. Good.